Welcome back to Math Zen, everyone. This video is going to continue our fast test prep for 5th grade. These questions will be focused under the algebraic reasoning umbrella. Let's get into it.
All right, let's get into question number 19. This question here deals with rules and input-outputs. Go ahead and pause now to give yourself some time to solve this question on your own.
Let me try to figure this out.
All right, now that you guys have had a chance to read and solve number 19 on your own, let's go ahead and try to solve this one together to see how you did. The problem itself reads, what does the missing number have to be given the equation and input and outputs? So over here we have our inputs of 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are hoping to get outputs of 6, 8, 10, and 12. And here's the equation that they give us as a little clue. So the equation reads 2 times x plus 6 minus our mystery number, which is what we're looking for, equals 10. So what we need to do is we need to take each of our inputs and plug it in for the letter x, and then see what mystery number could be plugged in to give us our given outputs. So for the first one, we did 2 times 1 equals 2, plus 6 equals 8, minus what mystery number would give us 6? Well, easy thinking here, if you just take 2 away from 8, you would get 6. So initially, we're thinking that our missing number is 2, but we have to test that with the other inputs just to make sure. So we test our next input of 2, which is 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 plus 6 equals 10. If we take 2 away again, we do get an output of 8. So I'm very confident that 2 is our answer, but I am going to test it 1/3 time here. All right, so we have 2 times 3 equals 6, plus 6 equals 12, minus 2 again does give me an output of 10. So confidently, we can say that our final missing number is going to equal 2. So if you got 2, give yourself a pat on the back. Great job. Okay, now it's time to get into question number 20. Now would be a good time to pause the screen to give yourself a chance to read and solve this problem on your own, and then check back in to see how you did. All right, now that you've had a chance to read and solve this problem on your own, let's go ahead and read it together and see how you did. So the problem reads, Mr. Rooney's class has raised $920 fundraising. Mr. Rooney wants to use that money to buy each of his 33 students a custom Math Zen hoodie. Each hoodie costs $27. How much money will be left over? Which of these equations would be used to find M, the money left over? So what we need to do here is figure out, number one, what is the question really asking me to do? It's not even asking me to solve the problem yet. It's just wanting me to find out which of these equations would be used to solve it. So there are some key words here. So the words leftover, those kind of trigger my brain into thinking we're going to be doing some type of subtracting at some point. And we need to realize that this $920 is our starting funds. That's how much we have saved up right now. And we need to know that each individual sweater costs $27. And then the final piece to unlock this is that there's 33 kids in the class. So what I'm looking for is one of these equations that somehow takes away the cost of 33 sweaters from our total of $920. So if we look here, A says $920 minus 33 plus 27. This one is very tricky because if this plus sign was a multiplication sign, this is exactly what we wanted. So unfortunately, this plus sign makes it wrong. Moving on to B, I do have the 33 students times the $27, which will give me the cost of all of the sweaters, but I have minus 920. So if we're thinking logically here, it's not set up right. I can't do this smaller number minus 920. That's not going to work. So it's set up backwards. Again, very close, but not quite. Now, if we look at choice C, we have our $920 that we're starting with, and we're taking away the cost of the 33 sweatshirts. This is exactly what we wanted here. So if you got choice C as your final answer, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. Great job.
Excellent work on questions 19 and 20. The next series of questions, 21 through 30, are going to cover fractions, so buckle up and get ready. Until then, Don't forget to find your Math Zen.